Good morning, guys. How is everybody doing? Happy Monday, everybody. So yeah, big week for Bitcoin, big week for crypto, big week for the actual traditional markets as well. So let's go over to those charts and see what is going on. So yeah, you can see we're pretty much still just hanging around this equilibrium area. Basically the middle of this range that we've got drawn in between these two boxes. We've obviously tested the top, broke above, tested the bottom again, and then found ourselves in exactly the same area that we were in here. So yeah, it's just really a case of waiting for a move either back down to the bottom around, well, around 10,500 to 10,600, or back to the top around 11,500. And I think if we do get back to the top around 11,500 and close some 4-hour candles around here, I think that will pretty much confirm that we are gonna have another nice push up, well, above 10k, above 12k, and I think quite likely above this high as well, and continuation. Well, we've got a big zone here, but I mean continuation in this zone. Maybe we'll get a big pump up to here and then find another area of consolidation in the middle. Maybe we'll have to see. That's not necessarily going to happen today. I mean, I mean, over the course of this week. But yeah, that is the upside potential that we've got going at the moment. Obviously, I've been talking about the downside potential, which potential downside potential is potentially more. I think it is. I think at least coming down and testing down here is quite likely. But it's not. That's not obviously bad for Bitcoin. Definitely not bad for the altcoins. So yeah, just quickly whiz you over to this chart. This is the daily for the altcoin dominance, basically, and you can see we're at a level really where we're at a level, guys. I'm just going to draw this horizontal here. We're at a level, and if we lose this level, it's going to be an absolute altcoin party. Absolute altcoin. Just yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's gonna be good, basically, for the altcoins, and I am very much in altcoins at the moment. So this is kind of what I am gunning for. I was heavily in altcoins whilst we had this pump down. I then took some profits and then worked back into a lot of the altcoins on this quite swift move back up that we had. Obviously, when Bitcoin went on its decided to break out of its well, its low 9,000 range and have a move up, that obviously hit the alts. But this is looking like we can have a move down here, and I do want to also quickly whiz you over to show you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of this dollar index. So you can kind of see we've got like the historical horizontal level, similar. I mean, it's very similar. This is, guys. If I extend this line that I've got here, which I will do, over to here. And then you kind of see what happened when we lost that line. We came back down and tested it. I mean, this is a daily chart, obviously. If we go to a 4-hour, you can see more up close on the price action. I mean, we kind of obviously, well, yeah, we're just in no man's land and got like a nice, fast, swift move down. So if you look at this, this sort of horizontal we've got testing, getting back and breaking below, and now compare that to what I've just shown you here. It's extremely similar. Extremely similar. And obviously the only difference been Bitcoin dominance hasn't basically started to make a real move down and held down there. Like, obviously we have this wick down on a daily basis. So if this starts to happen, guys, that's a if you pick some of the right altcoins as well. We are obviously already seeing it with every trash coin getting bought up. But yeah, but some of those trash coins are actually good trash coins, and they may massively outperform the other coins. And there's also another interesting dynamic. I think that a lot of the bigger market cap trash coins are not the better coins, obviously apart from Ethereum. So those coins, it takes more to pump them anyway, but the smaller amounts of capital that go to the other better smaller cap coins, they can get some some serious gains. Anyway, but this is not an altcoin video. This is a Bitcoin video. So yeah. So anyway, I'm just telling you what I'm basically doing here, guys. Anyway, but yeah. So very likely in a more macro picture for Bitcoin, I think very likely we will be playing at a range between, say, 10k and 14k. Maybe not as low as 10k. Maybe 10.5 will be the base and 14k. What I think, if we just go over to a daily here, a daily will do. There, a daily will do. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yeah. So what I think is likely is, yeah, we play out this larger range here. Because this is, once we get above here, then that's literally it's going wild once we get above here. Once we get above here, that is it. It'll be 20k pretty quickly, 25, 30k potentially over like the next few weeks or a month or so after. I mean, things will really get going. So I think we will try and play this area out a bit. There will clearly be some selling in this zone. And taking profits, and just lots of stuff going on. We need to, still is not anywhere, it's not basically our all-time high zone. It's not really parabolic in the bigger scheme of things, and it's not going to be sucking in as much new retail money as we realistically need to get us absolutely going. And a lot will depend on the stock market. So if we get anything disastrous happen in the stock markets, it's clearly going to drag Bitcoin down. But what I do see is I mean, I call it sideways. This is a huge range. If you compare it to this range we're in here, I mean, this is a huge range, but and I believe we will play macro, like say the next month or so, in a range like this. And sideways is obviously good for altcoins, isn't it? Sideways is what altcoins thrive on. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here, guys. So we'll have a quick whiz through those stochasticos, see what they are telling us. Yeah, 4 hours had a nice reset, and we're obviously still holding quite high in the price. Well, obviously not relative to plus 12k, but relative to where we've been. So this can turn up and get us back up to this could why does it do that? This could definitely help us get back testing the underside of this resistance again, which I do think could then trigger continuation higher upwards. And if we look at the 10 hour and 8 hour stochastics also, I mean, 10 hour down, 12 hours down, and I'll come out of this zone. And the daily, well, it's there or thereabouts, isn't it? But it does look like it maybe will test some downside. 2 day turning back down, 3 day obviously they're looking really strong though. 3 day, obviously the higher the time frames, I mean, well, this is obviously looking good so far as the fact it's turned up, but the 3 day is still steaming upwards. But I mean, realistically, like I do keep saying to you guys, short term, maybe based off that 4 hour, we are getting this little bit of a push. Maybe we get some wick ups to around 10.4, 10.5, and then I do think we've got to play out some downside. We haven't got to, clearly haven't got to, but I just think that we will potentially play out some downside, and we will form a bit of a base here, and then we will over the next month maybe we'll just play out a big range, big range here, and it will be exciting times for Bitcoin. So anyway, there you go, guys. I've got a few updates coming today. The altcoin updates, the weekly Monday altcoin update on our list of altcoins. Obviously they've been trashed a bit the past week or so, so we'll see how that's holding up. There've been some big winners in there though still. Then the Binance update. Binance is looking really good this morning, like really good. And yeah, we'll have those, and obviously our Forex video, and then maybe like a major markets update if I can get time to do that as well as all the rest of the stuff I've got to do today. But if not, I'll do that tomorrow, because yeah, there's obviously lots of fun stuff happening there as well. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this week anyway. I think it's going to be a good week, and it's always good when you wake up to like massive bags of altcoins, like with massive pumps. It always gets you off to a good start to the week. So there we go, guys. Thanks for listening. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and I will speak to you guys later on today.